What's up, y'all? Welcome to Country with Noah. Today I am going to be reviewing Stranger Things Season 2. This video will have spoilers in it, and can you guys do me a huge favor? So, as I said in my Stranger Things Season 1 review that I did on this channel, I'm going to be reviewing all seasons of Stranger Things. So, Season 1, already reviewed. Season 2, I'm reviewing in this video. Season 3, watching and reviewing it probably this weekend. Season 4, watching and reviewing it. Season 5, I'm going to be watching and reviewing it with you guys. So, but the one thing that I ask you guys is that you only talk about things that are current to the season that we're on. So, like, you can talk about things that happened in Season 1 in the comments, and talk about things that happened in Season 2. Please don't spoil the journey for me for 3 and 4. Please do not do that. Again, I'll say it again. I was an idiot for not watching this show as it came out, but I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it as it came out, because Season 5 of the final season is only a month away. So now we can talk about this. Season 2, so overall my thoughts on the season, the first half of Season 2, it was good, but it wasn't like Season 1 good. But once you got to like the second half, so episodes 5 to 9, it slapped. It got back to the quality level of Season 1. So, like, for me, like, basically what happens in this season is we get introduced to Max, Sadie Sink's character, who might be my favorite character of this show now, right? We get introduced to Max, we get introduced to Bob, we were introduced to Will in the beginning of Season 1, like, before he got, stranded and be upside down, but like, this is our true introduction to Will and stuff like that. And this season deals with a lot of, like, expanding the lore and the lore of the characters. Like, it focuses on a lot of, like, so if Season 1 was focusing on mainly Mike and Eleven's relationship, then Season 2 is mainly focused on, like, Max's introduction to the group. It's focused on 3 things. Season 2 is focused on 3 things in my head. Max's introduction to the group, Will becoming like a spy for whoever is controlling the Upside Down, and Will's arc after coming out of the Upside Down. Like, he has PTSD, then he gets controlled by whoever is controlling the Upside Down, and he and yeah, like, his arc is really interesting. And then like, main focus 3 is on, like, Hopper and Eleven's relationship as that forms, as it gets weaker, and then at the end of the season it gets really stronger as well. I loved how we dived more into Eleven's past. Like, yes, the 11 episode was, like, so she could get a power boost, so she could close the gate at the end of Season 2, but it was a very interesting to dive more into her past and see what happened to her mom, and she eventually finds her sister, and her sister teaches her how to, like, she gets a power upgrade, basically. I'm hoping her sister and the crew that she runs with comes back, right? Because at first I'm like, okay, we're going to give 11, like, a Darth Vader storyline. And that's my one complaint about these seasons only being 8 episodes. They're hour-long episodes. Like, they're hour-and-a-half long episodes, some of them. So, like, some of them are 48 minutes long, some of them like the finale is an hour and 19 minutes, I believe. And some of them, most of them are like 56, 57 minutes long. So they're like an hour long episodes, which if you're gonna do an 8 episode series, your or 8 episode seasons, your thing at least has to be either like very very close to an hour, like 48 or 50 to like 58 minutes, which um, most of these episodes are. So yeah, like for me, my favorite part though was learning more about the Upside Down and that storyline and how each character was affected. Like Nancy lost her best friend Barb last season because the Upside Down killed her. We find more about the government organization that um, um, is is responsible for creating 11. We find more about we find out more about like we find more about Hopper's past, and we meet new characters that are very 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 cool. Like at first I'm like, okay, you're giving Joyce Byers a love interest. I'm like, why are you doing that? But then it makes sense why, cuz like you feel awful when Bob dies in episode 8. Or yeah, in episode 8. And then um like for me like this season had 9 episodes. So for me, like the first half was kind of like, again, it was good, but it wasn't like flawless, right? And then the second half, so 5 to 9, was chef's kiss incredible in my opinion, right? And we've talked a lot about David Ellison making a big L with losing Taylor Sheridan. So you guys know my rule: when I start covering a creator or creators in this case on a channel, like if it's on my Noah Briones channel, I'll continue to cover it on my Noah Briones channel. If it's on my country channel, I'll continue to cover that creator on my country channel. So the Duffer Brothers will, whatever they continue to make in the future, right? If it's Stranger Things related or not, will be covered on this channel from now on. And and the reason why I've said like this is a win for David Ellison and Skydance Paramount, or Paramount Skydance, is because they just signed the Duffer Brothers just signed like a 8-year deal to make TV and film for Paramount, and that's a win for David Ellison. I've talked a lot about his mistake about getting rid of Taylor Sheridan, because I still think that's a mistake. But and the Duffer Brothers aren't as good as Taylor Sheridan yet. They're not as good as Taylor Sheridan yet, but they can get there. So anyway, what they can get there, like, cuz keep in mind guys, they've been doing Stranger Things on Netflix for a decade. Like by the time season 5 finishes, like on New Year's Eve this year, they'll be doing Stranger Things for a decade. In fact, over a decade. And like the performances this season, like especially from Noah Schnapp, and shout out to his name being Noah. The guy who plays Will is named Noah. You guys know my name, so that's cool. But the performances from the cast this season, like I know they're not kids anymore, but when they filmed this, they were kids, right? And it's like, you see now why everybody wants Millie Bobby Brown in their movie, why everybody wants Sadie Sink in their movie, why everybody wants Noah Schnapp in their movie, why everybody wants Finn Lockhart in their movie. Because these kids are incredible, man. I know they're not kids anymore, but when they filmed this, they were kids. These people are incredible. And stuff like that. Like, especially like some of the stuff that Noah Schnapp has to do. Noah Schnapp and Finn Lockhart have to do in this season. Like, I'll give you a Finn Lockhart scene. So, Finn Lockhart has been, like, searching aimlessly for 11 and stuff like that. and Hopper kept her hidden from the world basically because he was so worried about um, the government people finding her again and taking her and doing that sort of stuff. So he's like, he takes care of 11 now. Like he's like her surrogate father, right? And but his free rules are at the beginning of the season: don't be stupid, don't go out, and don't let anybody know that you're here. But obviously, 11 goes out because her and Hopper get into a massive not drag out fight, but a massive fight. And yeah, like the Duffer brothers are so good at like mixing like real stakes with like supernatural sci-fi stuff, right? And if this is what if they're gonna make a new franchise like that for Paramount, yeah, it's gonna be an exciting time to be a television fan. Let's just say that. But yeah, like for me, like the performance. So the Finn Lockhart scene I want to talk about is in the finale. Like 11 comes back after getting her power upgrade, and she sees Mike for the first time in over a year, right? And she gives Mike a hug, and then he's like, Mike's like, I called you 321 days or something like that. And he's like, why didn't you answer? And then Hopper goes, I told her not to. So then Mike starts to push Hopper. Why? And then he's like, let's talk alone. And you just get Mike like breaking down. You lied. You piece of shit. You lied, right? He literally says that. But you can tell Mike is really upset, and they've been through a lot this season, right? Like, Mike's other best friend, besides 11, is basically in a coma because whoever is controlling the Upside Down took over Will's body, right? So until the end of the season, like, Will is, like, not Will, like, he's whoever's controlling the Upside Down. So he's been going through that. He's kind of mad at Lucas and Dustin for bringing in Max into their party. So he just breaks down in Hopper's arms. And I know Finn Lockhart is not a kid anymore, but for a kid to be able to portray that much emotion at the age that they were when they filmed this, so yeah, like, and then the other scene I want to talk about, like, was, like, when Will's getting fully taken over by whoever's controlling the Upside Down, he has to go from, Mom, I love you, to, like, very cold and very cold. Let's just say that. And like, well, you know Winona Ryder and David Harbour are good. And then when they have to, like, literally burn because the things in the Upside Down are weak to, like, heat and stuff like that. So when they have to literally burn Will, burn whoever's controlling Will out of Will, they have to really hurt Will to do it. And then when Joyce can see that her son's no longer there and her goal is to get her son back, she basically turns into, give me my son back, bitch. That's what she basically turns into. And then when her son does come back, she's so happy and so and stuff like that. And then you have a couple starting this season. So throughout these 2 seasons that I've watched so far, like you just have been waiting for Eleven and Mike to kiss. That finally happens, and then Lucas and Max start a relationship that could get romantic, let's just say that. And then Dustin is still looking for his love interest and stuff like that. But yeah, like guys, if you're not watching Stranger Things, catch up before season 5 comes out. Like what I'm doing. So yeah, like guys, I told you, like the Duffer Brothers are a staple of this channel now, right? When I start covering a creator's content on this channel, or an IP on this channel, right? Or when I start covering a creator's content on either one of my channels, the channel that I cover that IP or creator on is going to be where I cover that creator or IP forever. So, like, the Duffer Brothers are going to be covered here from here on out. And the Stranger Things universe, if it continues after Stranger Things season 5, will be continued to be covered at on this channel for the rest of my life. So yeah, um, guys, like, so here's the plan. Like, I have a month to go. I have 2 more seasons to go, and I have a month to get ready for Stranger Things season 5, right? Because it starts. It's splintered release schedule. Like a few episodes come out American Thanksgiving, a few episodes come out at Christmas time, and then the finale, just the finale, comes out. The series finale comes out on New Year's Eve. So for me, like I'm probably gonna binge this show, like the rest of this show. So I'm probably gonna like me, like I'm not like maybe next week will be season 3 and season 4 reviews. That's what I'm telling you guys. So yeah, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to help me out, please subscribe, like, and share this video. I would really appreciate it, and it would really help me out. God bless, and I hope you have a great day.